So hello everyone, welcome to this another video of Scale Up India. I'm Abhishek Verma and you are going to watch a special video today. So I was about to make a very different video today that was related to the roadmap for a Java developer. But then recently a big news came regarding the end of the year. And that news was not good. Instead it was a bad news. It was from the paytm. So paytm laid off around 1000 employees. And it's not only 1000 employees, it's actually 1000 families. And this layoff actually came during the Christmas holidays. So, like most of the companies, most of the employees are enjoying their Christmas holidays. In case if you say that okay, in your company there is no holiday as such, but I will still consider that the work pressure is going to be less this week. And in the mid of that, this news came. And as you know that this whole year has been like this only. So in the starting of the year also, if you see, the Meta laid off their employees, Google laid off their employees, same news came from the Amazon also, same news came from the Indian tech giants also, not only the Indian tech giants but even from the startups. Now there can be so many factors for all this, but the question is how 2024 is going to be for us. Is it going to remain same? Are the situations going to become better, or are they going to become worse for us? Not only for the experienced employees but even for the freshers. How everything is going to be there. So we'll talk about this in today's video. And before that, let's try to understand that why all these things are happening. Like you have already watched many other videos also, but I'm just trying to put my own perspective here. So we try to blame the COVID time. So there, during the COVID time, we saw that everyone shifted from work from office approach to work from home approach. And in this particular approach, most of the employees started switching from one company to another company. And when I say that the employees started switching, so I'm not only talking about the experienced employees. Even the employees who were just having an experience of, let's say, 1 year, 6 months or 2 years, even they started switching for the big hikes. I mean, just imagine experience of 6 months. How can you even say that's a big experience? So even they also started switching, and that's good. Everyone has the right to earn more money, and who doesn't likes it to be more? Even I switched at that particular point of time, but I switched almost after 5 years. So that was a case. So it was not a very starting case, let's say for the 6 months or 1 year. But again, that's not the concern. If you are having a chance, then you should switch and you need to think for your better. And that was good. But then the companies also were hiring at a very high rate. They were giving some things like sometimes 50% hikes, sometimes like 100% hikes. And for most of the times, if they assume that okay, they need, let's say, 100 people, they were hiring around 150 or sometimes like 200 people. Double the force they were hiring. And the reason why they were doing so was because they were expecting that more and more number of projects are going to come from the other companies, from the other clients. So more projects are going to come. But then afterwards we saw that okay, the COVID cases slow down. The company started calling the employees to the offices. Besides that, there were some other economic factors also. We heard that the war was going between the Russia and Ukraine. And recently we also saw the war is going on between the Israel and the Hamas. And all these things are going on. And believe me or not, everything impacts. So you may consider that how these things are going to impact your job. So these things are going to impact. The world is very connected. We can't remain unaffected if something is going in one part of the world. And hence we say that the whole world needs to be secured for this. But we'll talk about that in some separate video. But here, again, coming back to the focus. Besides this, the another thing was the rise of the AI, the rise of the quantum computing. And even when the paytm announced the layoff of 1000 employees, they also said that they are going to switch and they are going to rely more towards the AI. But the question is, can AI survive on its own? Like the same thing happened when these computers and everything also came very initially. Many people were laid off, and same thing is happening now also. And we know that okay, without humans, all these things can't survive. But the question is that currently what we can do and how 2024 is going to be there. So I was just reading the Economic Times, and there again I read that the next year is also not going to be very good in terms of hiring. And basically, from the farm companies, when we say the farm companies, I'm just talking about the Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and all these companies. So they have again announced that they are going to cut down the hirings by 90% in India only. So I'm not even talking about the whole world. I'm just saying regarding the India side only. And it's a news in the Hindustan Times as well as the Economic Times. And not only these one companies, even the Indian tech giants. I mean, Indian tech giants are not going to hire everyone. Even they are going to cut down their cost. So what we can do? The question is again for both the experienced employees as well as for the freshers. So first of all, if we talk about the experienced employees, so as per me, I will say that even if they are going to cut down the jobs, it doesn't mean they are going to fire everyone. Experienced employees have their own unique advantage. They are having the experience. If someone knows Java, then they know Java. They know all the intricacies of it. They are the experts in that particular thing. Same for the front end technologies or even any other technologies. So they will surely get a job. I mean, but the point is when I say surely, so I mean to say that they then need to, I mean, sacrifice the big hikes. So they may not get that much big hike which they have got during the COVID times. And even sometimes it may happen that they are going to have some things like 0% hike. Maybe the other company is just going to hire you, or maybe they are just going to hire you something less than your current pay scale. But the point is that as of now we need to survive. So whatever you are getting, we need to be happy in that particular situation. And no one is alone in this scenario. Everyone is facing the same situation. So if you are feeling that okay, in your home it's a very bad financial crisis, believe me, there is someone else also who is facing a similar kind of situation. Hence we can't be ignorant in these particular times. So I just request all those who are watching my video that if you are an IT professional, if you are working in a particular company, so you can spare at least around 5 to 10 minutes of your day. Check the hiring portal of your company and try to refer as many people as you can. Even if you can refer at least 5 to 10 people per month, then also you can contribute something significantly to your network. And we don't know when the tables are going to turn. And those who are seeking the referrals, I request them also that you need to be genuine. I mean, what happens many times is when I try to refer someone, the requirement is for the experience of 5 years, and I get the request from someone who is having just a year or 2 year experience. Now in that case, things are not going to work. Even whatever the kind of expertise you have in that particular technology, but if a position needs an experience of 5 years, so then they need that particular experience only. They are not going to hire a 1 year or 2 year person for that particular role. Otherwise, even the freshers will start asking for their referrals for those positions. So things are not going to work that way. Whenever you are asking for the referral, so first of all, analyze the job description completely. Try to analyze what is the minimum experience range required. And if it completely suits you, then only you request for the referral. Because on the other side also, there is just an employee like you, and he is trying to help you. And this way, we can try to make these social media platforms better for all of us, so that any of the times in future if we need help, then others also are willing to help us. Now coming on to the fresher side, so things are going to be even more worse actually. Now why I'm saying so, Because again, the companies are not going to hire the fresher at the same rate at which they were hiring earlier. I mean, already there are so many employees who are sitting on the bench in such companies, and they are hiring the experienced people also. So for the freshers, again, it is going to be difficult. But then again, I don't mean to say that it is going to be completely zero kind of a situation. You may see that the companies are not going to come in your campus and you need to go for the off campus recruitment. So just keep on trying for all these things. Just remain active on the platforms like LinkedIn and whatever the other platforms you feel are good. Just be ready always with your resume. And many times we also see that people are focusing more and more on DSA. But again, you need to understand that current time is not that where you can say that I have solved 500 DSA questions, I have solved 500 or 1000 lead code questions, and now my chances of hiring are more. It's not going to be the scenario. The companies are just going to be hire a particular number of employees, and you need to fit in that particular scenario. So focusing only the lead code or focusing only on the DSA is not enough. You need to learn a bit more about the general OOP concepts. Just a very basic knowledge I'm saying. I'm not asking you to become an advanced in any of those things. I mean that you can do only after getting experience. Another thing is that why I'm saying it is going to be even more difficult for the freshers is because you are going to face the competition not only from your batch but even from your seniors as well as juniors. I mean, still there are graduates of 2022 and 2023 who are waiting for their offer letters. Even they haven't got the job as of now. And then 2024 is going to come. And then in the mid of that, 2025 graduates will also seek for the internships. Hence, the things are again going to become difficult here. Now, one thing which needs to be taken care here is that most of the times, while referrals work for the experienced employees, referrals never work for the freshers here. Because how can I refer a particular fresher? Like on what particular aspects? So for the freshers, the referrals are never going to work. For the freshers, they are going to be separate kind of hirings where you need to give some particular kind of exam. It can be a DSA exam and it can be something like an aptitude kind of exam. For that, R.S. Agrawal is a very good book. So you can just read out that book. And why I'm saying that particular name only, because at my time of hiring when I was a fresher, even I read that particular book only. So in case if there is an aptitude exam lying between you and your interview, then you can read the R.S. Agrawal and it's going to be very good for you. Now besides this also, when I say that the tech giants are not going to hire at a very faster rate, so still there are going to be freshers who will not even get hired even after reading the R.S. Agrawal or even after solving the DSC questions. So then what they can do? So it is again my personal suggestion that in case if you feel that your family situations are better, then you can plan for the higher studies. I mean, you can plan for the masters, and maybe after 1 year or 2 years, the situations is going to become better, and hence you can get a better opportunity. But in case if that is not a scenario, and you say that no, I need a job only currently, then don't just keep on running behind your dream companies. I mean, many people say that okay, Amazon is my dream company, Facebook is my dream company, Google is my dream company. The reality is that these are not your dream companies. I mean, I may sound a bit harsh, but these are dream companies just because they give a very good package. That's the only reason. You must have learned in the newspaper or some advertisement or maybe on the YouTube from some person that okay, we got hired for 1 crore package, we got hired for 80 lakhs of package and that package, and hence they became your dream companies. Because that was the scenario. And when these ads came, that was a different kind of situation. At that time, these companies were actually hiring. Hence, they were getting such a huge packages. Otherwise, there is nothing like a dream company. Even the people who were working in the Microsoft, they left Microsoft, they switched a job. even if the people who were working in the Google, they left Google and then they switched their job, because at the end the motivating factor is the money, which everyone needs. And that's the reality, because you need to feed your family also. So that's the kind of scenario. So the main thing which you need to focus is that instead of going behind a particular dream company, what you can do is you can think for each and every company. Just try to apply in each and every company wherever you feel it is going to provide you a role which is suitable as per your expectations. So if you want to become a backend developer, just look out for any other company who is going to provide you that particular role. If you want to become a front-end developer, go for that. If you want to become a digital marketing, go for that particular one. Just don't keep on aspiring for one particular company, because in past, I mean, believe me, on LinkedIn I keep on getting messages that okay, I'm waiting for my offer letter and it's been like 2 months or 5 months or 6 months, and then they are actually wasting the opportunities. So that needs not to be done here. So the number one point for you is that first of all, just give a try wherever you feel the particular role suits your expectation. It doesn't matter what is going to be the size of that particular company. Now once you feel that the role is good for you, then just work harder. Not hard, but harder. So recently when the Narayan Murthy said that okay, we need to work 70 hours a week, everyone on the social media platform started screaming, and they said that okay, things are not, why this person is saying like this, what is that, what is about work life balance and all. But the thing is, why that person is saying 70 hours of work? Because of the current scenario only. Just imagine if everyone will say that okay, if I will just get a job, I will just do what is asked, and then besides that I won't do anything extra, and then I want a very good hike also of 100%, things are again not going to work. So here 70 hours work doesn't mean that you literally need to work 70 hours a week. It just simply means that you need to work more harder than required. Just try to be the owner of your work. If let's say you get a particular work in even a small company or a mid-sized company, and you are assigned a particular task, then you need to get the ownership of that particular task, so that you can gain the trust of your client, you can gain the trust of your management. And once you will do that, believe me, you are going to succeed with your skills. So you just need to learn more and more skills, you just need to learn more and more things. And after that, if for let's say after 1 year or 2 years, whenever the scenario is going to become normal, or when you see the more number of hirings are going on, then you can make a switch. Again, one more interesting thing is that if you are already in a particular company, and if you are a fresher, and if you are having something like 6 months or 1 year experience, then I consider not to switch at this point of time. Stay where you are as of now. Just try to gain more experience in that company only. It doesn't mean, I mean, if you feel that okay, some office politics is going on, just ignore that. You can ignore all these things, because you need to focus on your skills. Just try to gain more skills. I mean, what will happen if you will just say that okay, I will try to, let's say, resign from my current company, and then I will try to find a new job. So you're already becoming a part of already going on competition. As I mentioned you, the competition is already going on. You're already having a job, you left that also, and then you are saying now I want to become the part of competition. Instead of it, you can just spend more time on your skills, and then you can learn those skills, and maybe after 1 year, when scenario is going to become better, you can get a very decent hike. Because at the end of the day, everyone will get, but currently the time is not good. So that's it, what I want to say today in this particular video. And again, like if you are following my channel, so you know that I generally don't make such videos. My videos are always based on the Java concepts, but I just thought to make such a kind of video. And in future also, the next video is basically going to be the roadmap for a Java developer. And beside this, as you know, the Hibernate series is going on. So if you wish, like if you want to learn that particular concept, so you can subscribe to my channel, you can like the video, and you can share with others also who are looking for a job now. And all the best to each one of you. and happy new year in advance, and thanks everyone.